Okay, so we are looking at some homework problems from section 1.5. A lot of these problems involve graphs. So I just want to remind you that you are not required to have a graphing calculator for this class. You're going to see that I evaluate all of these problems without using a graphing calculator. Sometimes I might reference a graphing utility just for reinforcement and for a visual example, but all of these problems can be done analytically without graphing software. So you won't need graphing software for the exam, and I really encourage you, if you are dependent on that graphing software, you are going to want to learn how to do it analytically, because that's what you're going to be doing on the exams. This first problem is problem 2 of section 1.5, and it asks us to consider the following function and the graph. So we're looking at f of x over x plus 2. And it just asks us to determine whether f of x approaches positive infinity or negative infinity as x approaches 2 from the left and from the right. This one isn't so bad because they even give us a graph, but just to kind of trace out what is happening. This dotted line right here, this dashed line, is when x equals negative 2, and we see their function's not defined there. This first part A is asking us to find the limit as x approaches negative 2 from the left. So as I do that, as I trace my graph, I can see that my f of x values are getting consistently smaller. And so they are going to approach negative infinity. Whereas if I trace the graph from the right, I see that they are approaching positive infinity. My graph is increasing without bounds. So those are those two.